Hi, fourth graders. This week we're going to focus on main idea. This isn't your first time talking about this. If you do have any questions, make sure you reach out to Ms. Myers or I. Uh, you can also join us at Google Hangout every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12. Ms. Myers does post it on Google Classroom, so just keep an eye out. Like around 11:50, she posted it, so just keep an eye out. Okay. So let's refresh our minds a little about what main idea is. So main idea of a text is the big idea or the most important point that the author wants the reader to know. The main idea of a text will often not be stated by the author. The text has implied or inferred the main idea. So we know that there are certain steps to find main idea. Okay, so step 1, zoom in and think about the ideas that are repeated again and again. Step 2, go back, underline previous ideas that are repeated again and again. And step 3, zoom out and think about what the text slash chunk is mostly about. So today's stamp is strong readers think about the ideas that are repeated again and again and zoom out to determine what the text is mostly about. I'm going to show you how to use these steps to find main idea. First, step 1. Zoom in and think about what ideas are repeated again and again. So I'm going to read this first time and I'm going to think about repeated ideas. Why is the sun important? The sun is the closest star to Earth and is a hot ball of glowing gases that gives our planet heat and light. The sun warms our oceans and heats our air, which affects our weather. Light from the sun reaches Earth in about 8 minutes and gives energy to green plants that provide food and oxygen for life to exist. The sun rays even help our bodies make vitamin D, which is an important nutrient to have for strong bones. Without the sun, the temperature on Earth would be below freezing and there would be no light. All plants would die, including all forms of life that rely on these plants for food. Okay. So we're going to go to step 2. I'm going to read it a second time, and I'm going to think about the ideas that are repeated, and I'm going to underline them. Notice I'm not going to underline the entire sentence. I'm going to just repeat the repeating ideas. Okay. The sun is the closest star to Earth and is a hot ball of glowing gases that give our planet heat and light. The sun warms our oceans and heat our air. Sounds like it talks about heat. I remember in the passage talking about the sun giving off a lot of heat in previous sentences too. Like for example, right here, it says, oops, sorry guys, my Siri. So the hot ball of glowing gas that gives our planet heat and light. So also underline this. The sun warms our oceans and heats our air. That's important because this seems that it talks about how the sun affects the weather. It says right here, it affects our weather. Okay, going to continue reading. Light from the sun reaches Earth in about 8 minutes and gives energy to green plants that provide food and oxygen for life to exist. Okay, I think that's important because it gives energy to green plants that provide food and oxygen. This shows like how the sun affects Earth in our planet. Okay, I'm continue reading. The sun rays even help our bodies make vitamin D, which is an important nutrient to have for strong bones. Okay, so this is something else the Earth does. It gives nutrients to our bodies to have strong bones. Without the sun, I'm going to continue reading. Without the sun, the temperature on Earth would be below freezing, and there would be no light. All plants would die, including all forms of light that rely on these plants for food. So I feel like this is important to note that without sun, without the sun, plants would die. I think that's important because it, it provides us the information of what the sun does. Okay? I like that. Without the sun, all plants would die. Okay. I'm going to step 3. So step 3, we're zooming out and thinking about what the text/chunk is mostly about. Now I'm going to do this multiple choice, and it's mostly I will do it on my own. So I know that there are repetitive ideas. I'm gonna go back to the thing, and notice that all the things that I highlighted or underlined talks about what the sun does to Earth. It provides heat and light. It affects our weather. It gives us plants that provide food and oxygen. Like helps plants that provides food and oxygen. It has nutrients to have strong bones and all that. Okay. So let me go back and read the multiple choice thing. So A, the sun provides Earth light and warmth to support life. The text did talk about that. I remember it did talk about providing light and warmth to Earth to support life on Earth. But let me continue reading just to make sure there's not another answer that's correct. All right, B. The sun is a big star. In the text, it did talk about the sun being a big star. However, mm, the answer doesn't mention that about the sun's heat, which it does not relate to the main idea of the text. Because I know that it talks about heat being effective and all that. So I'm gonna eliminate that. I'm gonna get rid of that one. So it's not B. Plants depend on the sun. Plants do depend on the sun because without the light of the sun, plants will freeze and die. And it does mention it in the text, but this is not the answer. This is not the answer. It's not what the text really talks about because it does mention it, but it doesn't mention how the sun gives off heat to support all forms of life, not just plants. All right, B. Earth is able to function without the sun. In the text, there was no information about the Earth being able to function without the sun. So I know this answer could be eliminated. The text talks about the importance of the heat the sun gives off to the Earth. So after seeing this thing, I know that it's A. The sun provides Earth, light, and warmth to support life. All right. So let's read the step again. Strong readers think about the ideas that are repeated again and again and zoom out to determine what the text is mostly about. Alrighty. Now it's time for you guys to do it. There is a Google form that is only 2 questions that talks about main idea. Remember to do the steps to identify the main idea, which are right here. And then go back to this PowerPoint if you need it. It is also a Google Classroom. Be sure to contact me or Ms. Myers, okay? All right, guys. Good luck, and yeah.